What's up, guys? I've got a very exciting video guide for you today. Today's video guide has been the much requested guide on how to make your biking distance count in Pokemon Go. So let's go over why that's a little bit important first. 2XLs is awesome. First of all, it's a fully legal version of how to get distance quickly on Pokemon Go. You can go up to 30 kilometers per hour. This is much higher than the walking speed. I think it used to be 10. Around 10 kilometers per hour. It's much faster than that. You can log distance way faster as long as you're able to bike that fast. There's no lost distance, so if you're walking around a corner or something like that, Pokemon Go tracks distance generally via GPS. So if you're walking in a circle or something, it's going to cut off some of that distance. There's no lost distance. This is exact down to 0.01 kilometers, which is amazing. The only issue here is that you can't really catch while biking. You can't connect to Gotcha, you can't connect to Go Plus, whatever device you might have. So it really is just about getting that distance for a buddy Pokemon that you may not be able to catch in the wild currently, a legendary Pokemon, something like Lickitung. And number 5 is that you can take full advantage of an excited buddy. You're logging a lot of distance in a short amount of time, so if your buddy is excited, you can take advantage of that in a short amount of time. But this will allow you to get XL Pokemon. You're wondering how people have XL Lickitungs like myself. I biked 3 times a week for 4 or 5 weeks with my Lickitung, and now I have a level 48.5 Lickitung. You can do the same thing with like Garchomps, Dragonites if you're PvEers. This doesn't have to just be a PvP thing. This can be an anybody thing. So there are a couple steps you have to ensure before we even get started. So first of all, you're gonna have to have an Android phone. Really sorry to those of you out there who are on iOS. I can't provide a guide for you. I don't know how that works. It's nothing personal. It's just I only know Android. Step number 2 is you're gonna need to have Google Fit. So let's take a look here. Google Fit icon is that top second to the right, that little heart icon up there. So make sure that's downloaded. Third, you're gonna have to connect Pokemon Go to Google. So if you go into your settings, if you scroll a little bit down, you can see under your account that there is a Google, and make sure that it is linked to your proper account. This is important because you also have to link it. You have to sign in on Google Fit, and you have to make sure it's the same Google account for both of them. Otherwise, it's not going to be able to communicate, and you won't get any distance, and you're just going to leave an angry YouTube comment on this video about how this did not work for you. The 5th and final thing you need to make sure of is that you have an Adventure Sync enabled. Everyone who's watching this, I'm sure, knows what Adventure Sync is. Just make sure this tick beside Adventure Sync in your settings is also checked off. Otherwise, it's not going to work either. So less angry YouTube comments, the better. So now let's get into the step-by-step. What I'm going to do here is I'm actually going to, I pre-recorded a video of when I went biking earlier today, and I wanted to show exactly how this works and exactly how you can get distance while biking. So let me just pull this up really quick. All right. So I'm going to walk through the full step-by-step process here on how to get distance. At first, I'm just going to show a couple things. So, you know, my buddy is excited. This is important because it halves the amount of distance you need for each buddy candy. So just a nice little thing to have there. I got him excited with a Poffin. So here you can see I'm 1.5 kilometers from hatching this egg, and this egg is at 0.1 kilometers out of 8. Okay. So what the step 1 here is that you close all apps. I press close all. Sometimes if you just close Pokemon Go, it doesn't actually close it, and it won't work. Step 2, open Google Fit. We're going to go to step 3, track workout, utility biking. It's the most recent for me, might not be the most recent for you, but go find it and then just press the start button. So now go on your bike ride. So this bike ride took me 6 minutes, I think. My chain fell off. It was a disaster, to be honest. But we made it. We made the 1.5 kilometers. It'll normally be faster than this too. And I'm not even biking all that fast. So the next step is you're going to want to hit this pause button and then the stop button. Over here, you can scroll down to see that I was never over 30 kilometers per hour, so that I should, all this distance should count. We're going to minimize that, open up Pokemon Go again. So if Pokemon Go doesn't have this loading screen, then you forgot to close the app. And that's probably the main reason that people are not going to get distance, is because they forget to truly fully close the app. So we're going to open Pokemon Go, and usually I would click the button here to prevent the egg animation, but I left it just to show you the distance is calculated immediately. And then we're gonna go take a look at my eggs so you can see that the distance is calculated exactly as well. So you see my 2 eggs actually hatched. And then this one, I have 1.7 kilometers. So I was at 0.1 and I went 1.53 kilometers. You might be wondering, shouldn't that be 1.6? But no, Pokemon Go does round. I was probably at like 0.13 or something like that. And it adds up to the 0.17. I should have honestly started with a 0 kilometer egg so that you could see like how exact this is. I've never had it be even off by 0.1, which is absolutely insane. So this is just what you would do after you put on another egg, and then you just go close the app, open, go back to Google Fit, track workout, and just repeat. And you don't have to have your phone screen on or anything. You can just turn your phone screen off at this point. Have it in your pocket or whatever. I don't know. It is kind of important that you're actually biking though, because I did try this once or twice in a car when it was quite snowy out, and it doesn't track the distance even if you're going under 30 kilometers per hour. So somehow Pokemon Go does know that you're actually biking. It can tell. It is Santa. It knows when you're naughty, it knows when you're nice. So you won't be able to cheat it that way. But yeah, that's the guide. It's as simple as that. I do want to go over a couple of maybe quick fixes for this in case it's still not working or sometimes it doesn't work. So obviously, like I said earlier, you need to make sure Adventure Sync is on. Sometimes Pokemon Go app bugs a little bit and Adventure Sync isn't truly on. I would just click off Adventure Sync and click it back on. It's going to prompt you with Enable Adventure Sync Fitness. You just turn it on again. And hopefully that didn't mess with the good thing I've got going right now. I'm risking it for you guys, okay? The second thing is when you close all, there's this little brush icon up at the top on an Android phone. It might be different on an older version of Android, but if you notice my memory's at 4 gigabytes, it's using some memory to keep track of some apps in the background. Pressing that brush just kind of guarantees that these apps aren't running in the background. You notice that 4 jumps down to 2.9. So that's another troubleshooting issue. I personally haven't had any of these issues since I originally started using it. So that's been good. And then I guess the last thing I really want to talk about here is why would you use this method instead of something like a phone shaker or God forbid defit, I guess. So there are a couple reasons. First of all, phone shaker costs money. A bike costs money too, but a bike is the main purpose of a bike is not to get XL candies. It's a good form of fitness and a good mode of transportation depending on the city or country that you live in. And defit is not technically legal. So currently Niantic is not cracking down on defit, but perhaps one day when they're able to detect that kind of thing, defit won't be able to exist. This biking method is fully supported by Niantic. It's a really fast way of getting distance, and I would say that most importantly, it's a really good source of fitness too. Like it's just really good for your health. Last week I logged 150 kilometers biking. That's double the distance that I've ever logged before, and I feel like my stamina is getting better every day. I just feel healthier, and it's been awesome. So hopefully this video not only helps your physical health, your mental health, maybe gets your buddy a couple extra candies, helps out with your raids, your PvP, I don't know, whatever. But hopefully this guide helped you in any way. Obviously, if you have any issues, I really hope you can work them out yourselves, because I'm not the best at troubleshooting this kind of stuff. But I guess feel free to leave a comment if it does or doesn't work. But yeah, I guess the goal is just to get more people out there on their bikes, pedaling away. But yeah, thanks for watching.